Welcome to Planet Golf's review of Mizuno's S5 wedges, and I tested these over 8 courses again in Minnesota on the Ryder Cup trip. Loved every minute of them. The spin, I mean, so did everyone else, you know, and that's the good thing you can tell straight away about a club, is when other people want to have a go at it, have a little test of it. Everyone enjoyed playing, you know, who had a little go with it, enjoyed them. But what you do get, and I suppose the biggest thing was, everybody, you know, the wow moment was when we was playing at Hazeltine. I had 100 yards to go on the 16th there, and I hit the 56-degree wedge, and it span back from the middle of the green straight off the front. Now, a lot of that is to do with the spin on the club, but also the greens were running at 13 on the stick meter, so obviously once the ball started running, there was no stopping it. And what Mizuno have done, how they've created you to be able to get that control, that spin, be able to hit the ball, go bang bang stop, that we all want, so we know that we can throw the ball right at the flag, is between the 49 and the 53-degree wedges. They've got a narrow, deep groove, and on the 54 to 62 degrees they've got a wider, shallower groove. And the reason behind that is because the full shots you're gonna play are mainly gonna be with the 49 to 53-degree wedge, and that obviously is going to get the ball compressing right against the face, so you can get as much spin in impact as there as possible. With the 54 up to the 62, mainly they're going to be shots from about 50 odd yards in, where you're going to be playing half shots, 3/4 shots in. And to be able to put that much spin on the ball, they've created a wider, shallower groove. So again, so you can control the distance the ball goes, so you can throw it at the flag with confidence, knowing that it's going to grip and stop. One of the things that I would do is, obviously, because of what happened to me at Hazeltine, because that was the first course I played, actually, you know, because we had a shotgun start. I hadn't played with them that much up until that point, so I didn't know how far they were spinning back. So I mean, make sure that you get your distances right, so and obviously the greens that you play, you'll know how much the ball is going to stop and grip and spin. But the feel, everything about it, the feel, the weight, the sound of impact, everything is there, and the still that the mold carbon that Mizuno are using is the same mold carbon they use in their irons, so you get that total feel from, you know, the 2-iron all the way through down into the wedges. And I've said this before about wedges and why you need wedges, you know, in your bag, and you need a wedge system in there. It's because if you only carry 2 wedges, if you've got a pitching wedge that you hit 120, 130 yards, and you've got a sand iron that you hit, you know, 60, 70 yards, that's a big gap to have. And what you need to be able to do is fill those gaps with wedges, so you can have more control going into the green. That is where you score. That is where you make your score. Not off the tee, you know. Off the tee, you just want to put it in play and get in there, you know, depending on what handicap you are. If you're a high handicap player, the more wedges you've got in the bag, the better for you, because then you can that's the bit where you score, is around the green. And I would definitely recommend that you have a wedge system in your bag, and these I would definitely put on your testing list. As I said, everything about them I really enjoyed. The weight, the feel, you know, the spin that I was getting, the control that I had around the greens. Definitely put these on your testing list. Good luck, bye for now.